Good day, everyone. Welcome to hyperlogicfx.com. This is a part 3 of our tutorial videos on using the NeuRX. We first would like to thank you for taking the time to watch this and watch this in its entirety. We also hope, please, that you watched video 1 on multi-bets, video 2 on dual fields, which is 2 fields. And now we're going to go into how to use this with 1 field and using the target calculator, which will literally guarantee you, based on a target that you set per spin, you will turn every spin into a win when you have a win. So this is a win-win situation. And of course, this can make you a lot of money. Over a period of time, of course, and even during the course of the day, but you want to stay under the radar. So we're going to jump into one thing that we didn't show you in the previous 2 videos, which is, using the target calculator, but also using the 6 lines and how that can actually play out for you. Okay, so without further ado, let's get going. Okay, everyone, so in video 1 we did multi-bets, video 2 we did dual fields, and when I say multi-bets or multi-parameters, it means I'm gonna reset this here. It means all of multi-fields, and then we had the dozens or odds and evens or dozens and columns. These are just 2 fields or 2 parameters. In this case, we're going to do the target calculator being used with this, and again, another very powerful tool in your arsenal. So the first thing you're going to do is, usually when you open this, and again, it's mobile friendly. You can use it on your phone, tablets. You can use it on your PC and your laptop, and certainly you can use this online with live casino as well as in person. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to uncheck all of these things. Okay, now, and again, excuse me, whatever you're using, and you will see the other 2 videos where we mentioned the fields prediction. In this specific case, no matter what you check off, your field prediction is only going to be 1. Your starting bet is only going to be whatever you want it to be when you're using the different fields. But in this particular demonstration with the target calculator, here's what I want you guys to do. You're going to click this to medium. It's actually defaulted to medium, but you're going to make sure it's defaulted to NeuRX Special, because with NeuRX Special, I'm just going to show you a little quick synopsis here. Okay, let's just say you were using and one thing I want to make clear before I forget: if you're using even money, which is red and black, even odds, 1 through 18, in the target calculator, you're going to set the odds at 1 and payout is 4. I'm going to show you that shortly. If you're going to be using dozens, and you won't be using this, dozens and columns, because the odds are 2 to 1. If you're going to be using the 6 line, then you're only going to click on the 6 line. Okay, remove all of this. But this, your field prediction is going to be 1. If it's 6 line, or if it's going to be dozens or dozens in columns, which I suggest you do. You do either dozens or do columns. You can do just 1 through 18, 19 through 36, or you can click multiple of these fields because they're all even money payouts. Okay, we're going to show you that in a minute. You don't need to worry about this. Okay, so reset bets, because using the NeuRX Special, meaning you're using the target calculator. Let me just show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, if you did this, because these are dozens and columns, which is 2 to 1, or these are even money, or the 6 line is 5 to 1, you're only going to use the 6 line by itself, or you're going to use either one of these by itself or 2 by itself at 2 to 1 odds, and these are even money, right? Just going to put in some random numbers here, and I'm going to show you something. You're not going to get bet amounts. Okay. See, it's just telling you it's going to be in the middle column. You're not going to get bet amounts. Why? Because you're using the target calculator. Okay. If you set this to 2, this is what will happen. Okay. But the target calculator only deals with one outcome. Okay. So we're gonna show you that in a second here. This is the target calculator. This will turn every single spin that you've played into a winning proposition or a winning spin based on this desired target you set. Now, the calculator is never set until, even though this shows 2, it's just a default picture. You have to physically type in the number 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, depending on your bankroll. Okay. And then you will see zeros appear when you hit enter. That's how you know it's set. Now, I recommend you use 2 or even 3 if that's what you want to do based on your bankroll. But unless you have a huge bankroll and a big table limit, I don't recommend you going 4 or 5. But with this, you can literally win all day long. Okay. And you, every single spin that you play, whether you win or lose, when you have a win, you're going to turn all of that into a profit. You're going to turn every one into a win with what you set here. So let's say you had a $500 bankroll and you said, I wanted a profit of $2 per spin. That doesn't take long. Okay. If you're using, let's say, 2-to-1 odds. Okay. Now you notice the calculator is set because I put 2 in here. And let's say you did, I don't want you to write this down either. Okay. Don't write these numbers down because they will change on you and you won't even know it. And you're going to be, instead of being a profit and getting out of the casino, taking a break, because we generally tell you make 10 or 12 or 15 or $20, take a break, come back. That's what you want to do, and in most cases, you don't really want to hit in the first few spins, but it's okay if you do. If you can go 10 deep every single time and it's not going to be a lot of money, you're making $20 in no time. But if you did something like this, which we tell you don't do it, okay, and you put these numbers down, you say, okay, you know what, I'm going to beat the system and I'm going to write these numbers down. Well, guess what? You asked for $2 a spin, right? Let's say you hit over here, okay, and you wrote these numbers down. So, yeah, I'm going to play that every time. The payout, by the way, the payout for 2-to-1 is always going to be 6. The payout for even money, which is 1-to-1, and I'll show you that, it's going to be 4, and 5-to-1 is going to be 6. Look at what happens. You see these bets, 25 and 38? Now, you had a $500 bankroll, but look at where you're at now, 448. Why are you losing? You didn't lose. You just not supposed to do this. Okay? Don't preset your bets. See, you're ahead by 5 and 11. Now, look at your next bet. It's only 2. And let's say you hit there again. Look at your next bet. It's still only 2. Let's say you hit again. Okay? Just take a look at what your next bets are going to be, even if you lost. Look. So why throw away unnecessary money and profits? Okay? Now let's look at this so you can see how this works. Okay? Let's say you went, I got to take these numbers out for sure. Okay? Because I would just clear it, but I'm just making this a little easier. Okay? Because the spins go by fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did you ask for per spin? You asked for a profit of $2 a spin. So even though, let's take this out. Even though you got back 48 here, you got back the 16 you bet. You got back the 10, you got back the 6, you got back the 3, you got back the 2, but you made a profit of $2 on each spin. That's what you asked for. Look, basically, 5 times 2 is 10. You should be at 510, you're at 511. Okay, fine. Now, let's, again, before we go through the other part of this, let's say hypothetically you said, all right, you know what? I am going to set a bankroll of, let's say 500. Sorry about that. And this is, again, all user friendly, so you don't have to worry about it. Sorry about the jumping here. 1,000. Let's say you set, okay, I want $3 a spin. and let's say you were betting even money odds. Okay, so you put in 1. Yeah, look at how your bets are, because they're even money and you're asking for $3 to spend. Now, if you ask for 2, these bets would not be this high. Let's change these odds here real quick. And let's say you were playing the dozens or the columns, okay? And you asked for 2 a spin. Let's say you had these missed, which is not a crisis, okay? And you happen to go this deep and you hit here. You've got all your money back. But you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 3 is 24. You made a profit of $24, and this is probably going to be in 3 minutes. Okay, but remember, these are 2-to-1 odds. Now, if it's 5-to-1, it's going to pay 12. Don't ask. It's because 5 plus 1 is 6 based on a $1 bet. So if you're using a minimum of $2 bets, not this, but the invest amount is a minimum of 2, it's going to be times 2. So you don't need to figure that out. You just need to remember one thing. Payouts for even money odds is 4-to-1. Payouts for dozens and columns, which is 2-to-1 odds, it's 6. Payouts for 6 line, which is your split street, is 5-to-1 odds. The payout is 12. That's all you have to remember. Just remember that. Even money odds pays out 4, no matter how much you bet. Columns and dozens, 2-to-1, pay 6, no matter how much your investment is. You could literally go like this. Okay, let's say this was 2, 2, 2. Because you can always switch this up, right? Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on here. You can always switch this up, okay? And say, okay, I want to change over to like 5-to-1 and play the 6 line afterwards. I'm just saying hypothetically, okay? And whatever it is, oh, I didn't put in a bankroll. It is going to be what that payout. For 5, it's going to be 12. Okay, for 2, it would have been 6, and so on. But you don't want to do that because you just want to go one row at a time, and you want to stick with one specific type of betting. If it's even money, like, payout, or columns, or the 6 line, okay, or dozens, or, the 6 line. So let's do this. Let's get into a quick demonstration. We're going to set a bankroll of 1,000 units. And after the 1,000 units, we're going to set I want $3 profit per spin. I'm going to set my odds at 2-to-1. And of course, the payouts for 2-to-1 is going to be 6. Okay. And let me get a notepad. So I'm going to put this notepad up, and then we'll actually set the time when we're ready, right? So the first thing we're going to do is, let's actually, you know what? It usually takes a couple, 3 or 4 numbers before it gets populated anyway to spit out anything. I have $1,000 bankroll here, so let me just do that, and we'll get 3 or 4 numbers. So just cut down on some time. Okay. All right, great. All right, so what we're gonna do is we started. Okay. So what we're gonna do is gonna reset the app. I'm going to take this off. I'm just going to use dozens and columns. We'll go to the 6 line after. And we want our prediction. Normally it's 2, right? You want to be at NEURX special, so it's not going to show betting amounts because you're using the target calculator. And this is, you don't have to worry about this. Once you're using the target calculator, NEURX special, disregard this. Make sure in whatever your parameters that you're setting, I prefer using dozens and columns rather than evens and odds or 1 in 18, because that's even money. Your bets are going to go up a lot higher. So this prediction field, I usually click it to 1. Why? Because I want the best of these 2. If I don't, again, this is what's going to happen, right? It's going to give you 2, I'm just putting random numbers. It's going to give you 2 outcomes. Okay, and you can only use 1 in the calculator. So what do I prefer? I prefer to use, which one is a better play? Okay, so 15, 16, 19, 1, let's put it in. 15, 16, I'm going to turn every spin into a win. Okay, even if I miss, it's going to be turned into a win. Let's set the time and let's go. Okay, so the time is 1309 or 309 with $1,000 bankroll. Let's see how long it takes us to make 10, 20 bucks, because that's all I'm after. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's what you want to do, right? And you take a break. Don't sit there and let the casino say, oh, this guy, this girl just keeps winning, and we're going to slow them down. Okay, there's your first bet. It happens to be in the third column. So what I'm going to do is I put in here, I'm just going to put 3C. Okay, third column. Okay, it tells me to bet 2 units. That's all I'm going to do. Okay. Okay, I had a miss, and I'm not missing because I'm going to turn every spin into a win. Now it says the third dozen. Okay, so sometimes, believe it or not, the longer this goes, the better off you are, because you do roll off a lot of spins in a short period of time. So now it says 4 units, so we're going to put 4 units here. Just want to make 20 bucks and be done with it. Okay, 16. And to be honest with you, it's all fine, whatever you choose. I personally, I want to miss 3 or 4 spins. Well, it says to go right back there again. Okay, so I'm hoping I can miss in the next 2 spins. Okay, 8 units. Again, I'm actually hoping that I miss. Well, I guess I wasn't that lucky. I actually won. So, the payout here is going to be 6. Sorry. Now, what did I ask for spin? I asked for $3 profit per spin, right? I got back my 8, I got back my 4, I got back my 2, and I had 1, 2, 3. 3 times 3 is 9. I should be at 1,009. I'm at 1,010. Let's look at the casino. So I've made $10. Let's see how, I just wanted to get to 20. So we'll put the 30 in. See what happens. So it says down here, it's actually saying first block. Okay, it's asking for 2 units. So there we go. Just want to make 20 bucks. Might be nothing to some people, but it adds up. Okay, and adds up real fast. Okay. Okay, it's asking for 4 units, and the number was 32. It's asking for the middle column. All right, no problem. So be it. There we go. I'm 16 ahead. 35. So I get 20. It's asking for the low column. Oh, sorry, the third column. I'm going to go back to 3C. 2 units. There it is. 20 bucks. Let me just put it in. Okay. How many spins did I have? And let's knock out the time. Okay, some people work, for 20 bucks an hour, $30 an hour. And they actually have to work and could be outside in the cold. So in 4 minutes, 4 minutes, folks. 4 minutes. I made 20 bucks. The time you would take to walk your bus stop or to get into your car, sometimes it takes even longer than that. I made $4. I mean, 20 bucks in that 4 minutes. You think you would make $100 an hour if you made $20 in 4 minutes? Of course you will, with no kind of stress. Now, here's the thing. Since I've hit there, okay, I'm 19. I didn't put it in yet. What I want to do is I want to play the 6 columns now, okay? So reset my bets is one thing. The 6 columns is totally different odds. I have 2 options. I can actually start it off here by putting 5 to 1 and continue moving forward, or I can actually clear this, okay, and just do it, and maybe I want a different target. I want $2 target per spin, okay, or I want, $4 target per spin. So actually, I'm going to do that. But I recommend that you're starting off in the beginning. Just stay simple, and build up. I'm going to use $3 again as my target per spin. My odds are 5-1. My payout is going to be 12. Okay. Now that last number was 19. So what I'm going to do is I'm swapping over here. Okay. So let's do that. Okay. I'm going to put in the 19, but I want to swap over. I need to get rid of these things. Okay. Now I'm going to put the 19. Now look at what happens. Now, you have two options. You need to pay attention to this. Either you can follow this by inputting a number that came off the wheel every time. The first bet is going to be here, 21-24 split, right? And again, this is why you're using NEURX Special, because it's a target calculator. So you disregard this. This stays at 1. That's, the 6 line, and it's 5-1 payout. You have two options. Either whatever spin comes down, you enter it and you follow wherever this goes. Just put it into the calculator and you put in 5-1 odds. It'll tell you how much to bet. Or you can just stick this out until it hits. And then you enter the number that came in. One of these that hit. And it'll move again. Okay, so I am going to do this one. I am going to stick to this. Okay, so it's saying 2. And I am going to stick to this. Let's double check. 21-24. Okay, and I will show you what I mean by moving. Oh, I forgot to put the time in. Let's put the time before we start playing here. I just want to make 20 bucks. Okay, if I could. Okay, so I'm starting at 102. Actually, we know what we're starting off with. Equals, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so 2 came in. Now, this is what I'm talking about. We're doing the other way. Look at what happens when you put the 2 in. You notice this moved? So your next bet would have been, because we missed, okay, your next bet would have been 2 units, but it would have been over here on the 9-12 split. But I'm going to back that out. I want to stay right where I am. Okay? I just want to stay right where I am. Missed. Okay, you would have missed over there with the 9-12 split anyway. Okay, so now it's saying 3 units. So I don't input any of the numbers. Again, if you do it the other way, you can input the numbers. Okay. Missed. This is actually working out pretty good. 4 units. I have to admit. I'd like to miss another 2 times though. Okay, great. Missed again. It'd be nice if I could miss one more time. I know people are saying, why would he want to miss? Because it's easier for me to hit my target. Okay, 16. All right, no problem. And 7 units. Okay. There we go. All right, so anytime from now, 29, my bets are not a lot. But anytime from now, it's perfectly fine to start hitting. Even if I missed a few more times, I could miss 10 times, it doesn't matter. Okay, but I could tell you right now, I'm exceeding my target. I wanted to make 20 bucks in a very short period of time. Well, I am going to do that I can tell you. Yep, there we go. Let's stop the clock. Let's see what time it is. We'll put it right here, okay? Make life easy. We played for 2 minutes. Let's see what our profit is. I've asked for $3 a spin, by the way. The payouts is 12. Not because that bet is 12, but your payout actually is 12, coincidentally. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 spins. I got my $12 back, my 9764. I got every dime I laid out, I got it back. But I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spins times 3. I won every spin. I made $3 profit on every spin. 8 times 3 is 24. I started at 1020. I should be at 1043. Or I'm sorry, I actually re-put this thing back to 1,000. It should be 1020. And the only reason this is showing that because I put 1,000 here, right? But look at this, 1020. And what is our bankroll? Let's take a look. 1047. Interesting. Okay. There you go. I've made a profit of $27 in 2 minutes, folks. I took 4 minutes to make 20 here. But over here, I made 27 in 2 minutes. Now, even though I didn't put the correct number here, because when I started over, I should have put the 1,020. This still shows exactly what the situation is, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 3 is 24, and this says 27. I exceeded it by even 3. Now, let's go further down the track here, okay? One last run. Let's do the follow the number, okay? We are at 1,047, okay? So let's put it in here. Do it right, okay? So we have 1,047. I'm going to ask, again, you could set this at 2. It doesn't matter. I'm going to set this at 3. In fact, I am willing to take that risk and set this at 4. My odds are going to be 5, okay? And had that hit here, okay, so 20. I'm going to now follow, NeuRX, okay? Let's put it in. So it says 2730. So my first bet is 2 units. Oh, let's start the clock. You can't forget the clock. Okay. And we are at 1047. Okay. There we go. So where is it telling us to go? 2730. All right. So here we go. Okay, we had a miss. So this time we're doing it different. We're not going to follow this. Just remember this 2730, right? Because I just love doing this. Staying with that. But, you know, this time we're going to do the other way I told you. So let's see. Yep, it moved. It went to 912. Okay. So your bet here now is going to be $2 on 912. Okay. Okay, you had a miss. The outcome is still going to be the same. I don't even know, what the profit is going to be, but I couldn't tell you. 1518 now it says. Okay. And how much is it asking for? 4 on 1518. Okay. $34. All right. So we know it's right back in same spot, right? All right. So it's asking for 5. All right, so we'll put the 5. $25. By the way, we would have hit, right? I think it was the 2730 we was at. We would have hit. So it's asking for 2124. 7 on 2124. The outcome, like I said, is going to be the same. It's just a matter of time. Okay, 10 is going to be on 912. All right, so it's 9 on 912. Five. Okay, loving this. Now this is coming right into your wheelhouse. 3 6. Okay. 12 into the 3-6. Now it's coming right into your wheelhouse. Because you know you're guaranteed to make your 20 bucks, right? There you go. Let's stop the clock. Oh, look at that. 3 minutes. Let's see what our profit is this time. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 4 is 28. So do the math here. Okay. We made $31 profit. In 3 minutes. This was 27 in 2 minutes. This was 20 in 4 minutes. This was 38 in 3 minutes. How could you go wrong? So that's how you use this. That's the power of this. Okay, once you use into 6 lines, you use the target calculator. And you can, by the way, use the NeuRX if you want and not use the calculator. But remember something, the calculator guarantees you every single win, every single spin when you have the hit. Look, you made 4 in every single spin. So what did you do? You won every spin, even the ones that lost, you turned them into win. But if you're using NeuRX, you could have used medium, just showing you something, look, and it's going to tell you what to bet. It says 1, but that's because you set this at 1, right? Let's say you set your base bet at 3, okay? It's not going to do like the calculator and guarantee you a $3 profit every single spin. But as you can see, what's going to happen here is, see? Oh, by the way, I'd like to take that number back out. If you see nothing here, what you do is just do one of these jobs, right? No bet, you just free spin and put a number in, okay? Just letting you know, okay? I'm just putting a random number in. So 3 again, okay? See, this is very conservative. The calculator would not be doing this, okay? Still at 6? No, that's not, the calculator, look, 3 bets at 6 units. The calculator would not do that. 4 bets at 6 units. Okay, so you're really kind of chasing here. When you do hit, you're going to be putting out a little bit more or sometimes less, but the calculator is guaranteeing you a set profit every spin. That's what you want to do. So now that you have it, you understand and you see how to use that. Now, again, you either use the 6 line by itself. This has to be on NeuRX. And all of these parameters here, light and medium, you could go back and forth. You're going to make a profit. It's not going to be a lot. It's more time consuming, let's put it that way, but it's more safer. So if you really want to just make a profit for the day and spend like 5 hours, 2 hours, an hour playing roulette, yeah, you're going to come out. You're probably going to go back and forth, up and down. Okay, but you'll make a profit. But it's time consuming. So for the NeuRX special, which is the target calculator, you either set 6 or you set the dozens and take this out. Well, not 1 through 18. That's different. Dozens and columns or 6s. Okay, I do not recommend you using these even odds and 1 through 18 or 1 through 18 in red and black or red and black and even odds. You could be okay with 1 or 2 spins, but if you start going down, your bets are really going to fly up there. Okay, so thanks again for taking the time. Now you understand exactly how to use this thing. And as you can see, I mean, you keep winning. Every single video we put out is showing you how to use this in different ways. And the outcome is still the same. Okay. Once again, thanks for the support. And you know exactly what to do. Just follow the instructions. You're going to be fine. This is going to be your pivotal factor, what you set your units at. Okay. When you're not using the target calculator, when you're using it normally. When you're using the target calculator, this does not matter. And no matter what you select here, In this case, just make sure this is 1. Okay. Every other time, you can actually use this on a normal basis too, by the way. Okay. If you want to, right? You just, and in fact, you can even do this. Okay. Look, you can actually do, let me just put in some values here. You can actually do this. You can set 3 columns. This is supposed to be 3. Wouldn't go beyond that. You can actually make it 2. That it'll take the best 2 out of the 3, or even 1, the best 1 out of the 3. But that could end up being even money odds. You're not using the calculator for this. This is just raw. And by the way, you set it at 2, right? So you see it tell you to go here on low, and then come here, play. Now it tells you to go to column. Okay, so you can do all of these things. You have so many tools at your disposal. Okay, and just do what it says. Once again, thank you so much, and good luck to all of you.